how to transform your life in 2026. This is a complete guide for women in their 20s that want to take back control of their mind, take back control of their income, and take back control of their physique, their looks, have a glow up in 2026, and finally transform your life into something that you genuinely want to live. Guys, this is me before. Look at my face. I was bloated. My diet was off. My eating habits, my information diet, my physical diet, what I was consuming, what I was listening to, who I was talking to day by day, it was all completely off. It was setting me up for failure, and it ruined my mental health, and it showed physically. Look at, I don't have the best physique. My face is bloated. I don't even like revisiting these past memories. I looked uncomfortable, and I was anxious, I was depressed back then, but now this is a picture I took about a month ago. Over here, I'm living the best life. I'm glowing. I'm living the life I've always dreamed of. I'm traveling the world. I'm making thousands and thousands of dollars online. As a girl, I was a teenager at this point. I'm in my 20s now. I just turned 20. And this is the life, and this is the transformation I had over the years, and I want you to have the same transformation in 2026. But something that we need to forget as women in 2025 going into 2026, first of all, is the soft girl glow ups. I know you're going online looking up how to glow up, how to become the best version of myself, how to manifest a new reality, but those soft girl glow ups, yes, they might do some things with you for self-care, but I don't think it's gonna be the main thing, the main driver. Guys, it's not gonna be the main thing or main driver. How long have you been watching them? That actually helps you become a better person. We need to stop romanticizing life. That's visualizing and thinking about life without actually taking action on it, about our dream life, about traveling, making money online, quitting our job, all of the things we want to do. Romanticizing life. It's not going to get us there. It's not any of the logical action steps that we need to take to get there. And the cute crystals and tarot cards. Guys, logically, this is not going to get you to where you want to go. This stuff isn't going to help. It's BS. And if you're out there still rubbing crystals together and using the tarot cards, we need to stop and analyze the results that we've gotten from them. And if you're watching this video right now, chances are you still want to change your life. You still want to take back control, and you want to live 2026 to the best you can. You finally want to hit your goals for 2026. Guys, we need to forget these things to do that. I'm going to cover today the operational glow up, the blueprint real women use to rebuild their lives from the ground up, and what I used to rebuild my life. Guys, 3 years ago, I want you to use this in 2026, but it took me 3 years. I'm going to show you the roadmap in this video, but 3 years ago, I was Walmart worker. This is me in my Walmart uniform we're forced to wear. I was very uncomfortable in this photo. I had acne. Look at my face, it was puffy. It was inflamed. Look at my nose. I look uncomfortable in this. And I had anxiety back then. I had depression back then. I was anxious back then. Clearly, as you can see my face, I had a lot of stress with anxiety. I just lived a life I didn't want to live. I remember taking this photo in middle of like a Walmart shift, I believe. I was like in the middle of like stocking shelves with like the Walmart employees I was working with back then, my coworkers. But this is me 3 years later. I'm traveling the world. I took this photo at one of the most beautiful beaches in the world in Bali. And I have the physique. I'm stronger, as strong as I've ever been in my life, and toned as I've ever been in my life. I'm traveling the world. I'm exploring nature. I have clear skin, as you can see, very clear skin. I'm smiling. I don't have any struggles anymore. And I want you to rebuild your life from the ground up like I did. I make the most money I've ever made. I made maybe $1,500 in this photo right here, but I make the most money I've ever made now completely online through my online business. And I completely took back control of my life and my income, my mind, my physique, everything by, doing an operational glow up opposed to a soft girl glow up. So where you are right now. Right now you're saving inspiration, but nothing changes. You're online, you're on Pinterest, you're scrolling on Instagram. Maybe you're seeing my videos on Instagram. I don't know. Maybe you're on YouTube and you're saving inspiration, but nothing changes. You overthink everything. You're going through life, you're overthinking what you want in life. You're overthinking this past year maybe in how you didn't achieve any of your goals, and you're getting anxious about next year. You're stuck in a draining job that you hate. You watch others grow while feeling behind. You're watching other people online grow, and you just feel so behind. You see them living their dream life, but you're just out here and you're not doing it. And you're not lazy, you're just mentally overloaded. And I feel like you understand that now. You're not lazy, girl. You can get up, but you're just overloaded in the mind. There's so much happening in your brain, and your burnout is disguised as low motivation. You feel burnt out from your job. Your current lifestyle is not fulfilling you. You don't have a greater mission, right? And that's why you're saying you just don't have any motivation, because you're burnt out. And then you have a puffy face, bloating, anxiety, doubt going into 2026. When you hear people talking about their goals for 2026, you are doubting yourself. You don't like hearing other people's goals because it makes you feel bad about yourself because you've never hit goals. Guys, it's time to change, and that's what this video is all about. Remember that this was me in 2023. I wasn't far off. I had the puffy face. I had the bad diet. I was drinking Starbucks Frappuccinos or Caribou Frappuccinos every single day. I was drinking them all the time. I had chronic anxiety and depression that I hid. I had a job that I hated. I worked at Walmart, for goodness sakes. I had stress, acne, anxiety. I was overwhelmed. I'd cry myself to sleep. And that's where I was. In my transformation, I talk about it. I mean, I'm traveling the world. I'm doing everything I want. I'm not saying that to brag by all means. I'm saying that to show you guys what's possible out there. I want to be that person that opens up your brain, opens up your mind to this concept and see what's possible. And I had all of these things, but nothing changed until I got full clarity on my mission, right? And started new habits. So for this to work, I need this from you. Yes, you. For this to work, I need this from you. I want you to put your phone away. Claire, I'm watching this on my phone. Okay. Keep your phone on, but clear all of your tabs. Put your distractions away. Go in a quiet room. I want you to watch this with no distractions. I need your full attention on this video, and I want you to promise me. I need your full attention, because this video is going to change your life if you will let it. And this is a protocol, not entertainment. Guys, this isn't a Netflix video you can watch and get cheap entertainment from and dopamine from. I want you to take notes on this video. This is a training. This video is going to train you to become your best self in 2026, if you allow me to. Guys, I can provide the ship, I can provide the frameworks, I can provide everything. The systems, I can provide the habits that you can start, I can provide the clarity and context, but I need you to steer the ship. I can provide everything, but I need you to take action. I need you to steer the ship that I'm giving to you. So if you're still here, let's do it. There's probably 10% people here from the 9 minutes we've been filming this video. But let's do it, girls. Let's build your new life. So first, it starts with the aesthetic trap. So girls are falling into this weird aesthetic routines, right? The YouTube video traps, but really they're emotional band-aids. And what I mean by that is they feel like progress, but you don't change. Your income, your habits, your thinking, your environment, your opportunity, it doesn't change because you're stuck in this emotional band-aid you put on yourself that all of these cute aesthetic routines are actually going to move the needle forward for you in your life. But really, they're not. They're cute routines that you're not taking action, you're not identifying the problem, and you're not someone that's being a problem solver in your life. If you were in a similar place like I was 3 years ago, this is where we listen up and have an open mind around this topic, because I just want to help you. And these aesthetic routines, these cute aesthetic routines we're finding on TikTok and we're finding on YouTube, these cute girlies with all of them, there's nothing wrong with them. There's also nothing right with them. And getting real with yourself that you're just procrastinating and you're watching all of these cute routine videos, these glow up videos for 2026 without actually goal setting, without actually committing to them, that's where we're getting it wrong, girls. That's where we're getting it wrong. And that's why our income has stayed the same for the past year. That's why we hit none of our goals for 2025 last year, right? That's why we don't have new habits. We don't have new thinking patterns. We don't have a new environment. We're not traveling the world like we said we would, or new countries, right? We have the same opportunity because we have the same environment, same results from doing the same thing. So the real reason that you're stuck, girls, is because you're in survival mode. Survival mode doesn't respond to soft change. And all of these soft girl aesthetic routines, sorry, they're actually not going to change you much. It needs structure, it needs direction, it needs constraint, consequence systems. It's the hard stuff that most women like to ignore. Be the girl that leans into the fear. Be the girl that leans into the hard things, because everything hard, you will reap the rewards from every single time. And that's what I had to do to transform my life, and I want to open your mind to that concept here on this call. It needs structure, direction, constraint, consequence systems. We need discipline from you. That's what it needs. You're in survival mode and you're just surviving. We want you to live, not survive. And we need more structure and discipline to get you there, girl. So December 2026, 1 year from now, this is the picture. This is the big, close your eyes and imagine it. The picture, the big vision for December of 2026. You don't have any fear every time you check your banking app on your cell phone. There's no fear every time you check your banking app. Your bank account is full. Close your eyes, your bank account is full. You have abundance around money. You spend money whenever you want because really, you make so much money, it doesn't matter anyway. You travel wherever you want. You go to Bali, you go to Hawaii, right? You go to California or the beach, or you travel the world and travel the States or travel wherever you want to. That's December of 2026 for you. You're doing this by December of 2026. Imagine yourself laying on the beach instead of you're sitting in your hometown or home city, home state. Your calendar is purposeful. You have a lot of purpose and a lot of intention around your calendar. You do things that you truly want to do instead of what society pressures you to do. You don't clock into a job that you hate. You don't clock into friend groups or group chats that you genuinely despise. You don't do what you don't want to do because you have the freedom not to do it. You have confidence. You don't cower when you enter a room. You walk into a room with your head up. You know you attract people. You attract your dream partner. You attract new friends because really you have confidence. And you cultivated that skill in the next year. You're thinking clearly. You're not struggling with brain fog. You're not struggling with depression, anxiety, stress because you're thinking so clearly in 2026. And you have a healthy toned body that you're proud of. You wear that bikini at the beach. You're not afraid to show off your body because you earned it and you deserve it over time. And this is about building a life that you trust yourself to maintain. And this is December of 2026. You're going to be transformed. The energy is going to be very high. It's like the same feeling as your favorite song. My favorite song is that like Good Life song by One Republic. Living the Good Life. That song is enwrapped. Your favorite song is enwrapped in your life. Have that feeling of no stress, life on easy mode. And that's you in 2026. If you continue to watch this video and continue to lock in, girl, the first thing we need to do is have like a goal reset. List all of your goals. Pick 2 to 3 goals, whether it's quitting your job and building your own income online, whether it's finding your dream partner, right? Whether it's making new friendships and friends, whether it's traveling the world. Pick a list of 2 to 3 goals, main goals that you want, and eliminate the rest. Stop the overwhelm, eliminate the rest. Focus on a few things, and that's where you find power. And we need to figure out some shadow drivers. And what shadow drivers are is their background beliefs that we start to believe, right? And this is what powers our goals. Like shadow drivers, I want no job to control me. I want skills so sharp I never depend on luck. I want decisions that aren't based on fear, right? I want financial stability. Nothing can shake. Where you're out there and you're financially free and nothing can shake it. And why shadow drivers work is because light goals equals motivation. Shadow goals equals stamina, right? And you need both. So we have the light goals right here, and we have the shadow goals. And you understand, you have to write this out. Girls, you gotta get a pencil and notebook out and write this out. Write your goals out, write your shadow drivers out so you remember them. They're sticking in your brain, you always can go back to them every day. The next thing we need to do as women, as most women, I guarantee if you're watching this right now, 99% of women struggle with this. I used to struggle with this as well, which led to my anxiety, depression, brain fog, etc. It's a dopamine detox. Dopamine is what we crave every day from scrolling, from the sugar, from the things that are instantly gratifying. But we have to delay that gratification to get to the life that we want to. And most people don't understand it. And what it means, why you feel unmotivated is because you're out here, right, on TikTok, scrolling every day, online shopping on TikTok, buying whatever you want to, that impulse brain, that croc brain. I'll map it out for you. You have that animal brain right here. That side of your brain is that animal brain, that croc brain. But really, we need to use the logical brain. And what the logical brain does is that we think logically about our life. But the croc brain, you look at crocodiles, you look at all of these wild animals, and they do whatever they want to, whenever they want to. They see food and prey, oh, they're gonna eat it, right? When they're tired, they're gonna sleep. They don't have any logical brain inside them, but as human beings, we're blessed with a logical side of our brain, but most people are just using their croc brain, their animal brain. Most people are stuck here, and that's why they're not living the life that they want to live. They're doing whatever they want to indulge in, the pleasures they want. But really, we have to take a look at the logical brain and start working logically. The millionaires on this planet, the people that live a life that they truly want to live, the people traveling the world right now, you think that they're working on a croc brain? Oh no, they're thinking differently from you, and they're thinking logically. And it's very interesting because people are online shopping. They're using their croc brain, and they're obsessed with their notifications and their likes. They check their stories and their story views of their exes, and they're checking Snapchat for their 50 snaps from random guys that they don't even know in person, right, every day. And they're late night scrolling, and they're doing whatever they want to. They're eating the sugars, the energy drinks every morning. They have the bad diets. They eat a ton of carbs and white breads that are screwing up their brain and the way that they think. Guys, you're stuck in this loop. You're stuck in this croc brain loop that's doing nothing for you, right? These things spike, crash you, and burn your reward system. So you're immune to any sort of healthy reward, healthy dopamine, and you're stuck in this loop of getting this cheap dopamine. And really the result is you don't have any discipline. You have a ton of brain fog. It's hard for you to think throughout the day when you're in school, college, right? Or you are working, or you're working on a business. Whatever you're doing, you have brain fog. You have anxiety. You have anxiety because of it. Your face is a little bit puffy. Maybe you don't know it. Maybe you do know it, that your face looks a little bit different. It's puffy. It's not toned and lean, inflamed. You have a ton of acne, or, it's puffy. You have low confidence and no energy for goals. You go to bed and you crash mentally and physically because of how you feel throughout the day, because you're using your croc brain. You feel unmotivated. And the next thing we have to understand as women, and this is the problem, this is why you feel unmotivated, but we have to also understand as women the digital drains, the content loops, the fake productivity. You're scrolling and scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, all of these social media, and your thumb, when you pick up your phone, your thumb randomly just scrolls without you even thinking of scrolling. Your thumb randomly scrolls to the app, right? And randomly you're there without even being conscious of it, because it's so unconscious to you, it's subconscious to you. You're being fake with your productivity. You're putting the to-do list together sometimes. You're putting the goal list together. But you're not asking yourself, how am I gonna do it? What time tomorrow am I gonna do it? You're not thinking in layers, and you're not thinking deeper around this concept. How do we think in layers around our goals, right? We're not just telling ourselves a layer one goal here, layer one goal. We are talking about all of the other layers. How, why, when, how are we going to get motivated to do it, since we've never been motivated to hit goals? We're asking ourselves questions, and we're thinking in layers, we're thinking deeper, and that's how you get to a point in your life where you're proud of yourself. That's how you start traveling the world. That's how you stop the depression, the anxiety, everything like that. And the gap, guys, it's so big, but we got to jump, and we got to leap. We have to. You're comparing yourself to other women online, like maybe myself, maybe other women. And I don't say that to be to confront you. I say that to be real with you. You deserve realism. You're comparing everyone to you. You're emotionally numb. You go home and you're just numb. You cry and you feel numb, and then you restart your day the next day. And your physical drains is poor sleep, your comfort eating, You're over caffeinating. Sedentary cycles. Guys, your sleep, like you're not even getting sleep. You're going to bed at 2 a.m. because you're scrolling, right? And you're waking up early because you have to go to your job, or you're waking up late, which is also unhealthy. And you're comfort eating. You're eating the foods that your crock brain is telling you to eat. And you're over caffeinating only because you need to stay up. You're using caffeine and you're over caffeinating simply to stay awake, which is completely unhealthy. Sometimes we can use caffeine occasionally as a tool to help us with alertness. That's how high level people think, but you're just using it to stay awake, stay alive. And relationship drains. Your boyfriend is a loser. Maybe he's playing video games until 3 a.m. He's not supporting you with your goals, and you have that bigger mission, bigger drive, but wow. He's draining you. He's telling you that you're better off as a stay-at-home mom, or telling you you're better off not achieving anything, or better off just not starting anything because he doesn't believe in you. He doesn't encourage you, so it's draining. Or maybe your friends are the same way. They have bad habits. They smoke. They pressure you to smoke. They pressure you to drink and go out, and they gossip with you, but deep down it's draining you. People threatened by your growth, right? In environments that keep you small, your hometown, or the place you grew up in, it's keeping you in the same loop mentally, and you're stuck in the same location, so you're mentally stuck in the same environment that's keeping you back and holding you back and is stopping you from growth. Girl, you got to get out of your hometown. And the truth is, what you defend with "it's not that bad" is literally what's draining you most. Oh, my friends aren't that bad. Okay. Oh, the sugar isn't bad. The Frappuccino isn't that bad. Right? The energy drinks, I can't leave the energy drinks. Girl, do you know what you're telling yourself? You're telling yourself that you cannot commit to the higher version of yourself. You're telling yourself that you are not strong enough to hit your goals. Rethink on that. Because if you're thinking that way, shame on you. We need to do better. What you defend with "it's not that bad" drains you most. So you are draining yourself by telling yourself, hey, the sugar isn't that bad, the friends aren't that bad, the gossip, it's not that bad. Going out to the movies and eating the popcorn and drinking the soft drinks, it's just one pop. It's not that bad. One soda, right? It's one Starbucks run. It's not that bad. Girls, that's the problem. You're telling yourself it's not that bad, so you're stuck in this infinity loop, telling yourself all of these things are not that bad, but the compound effect is happening. All of these things are not that bad, and it's just compounding into the life that you're living right now. You're anxious, you're depressed, you're going through all of these things. Why? Because it's not that bad. You're not taking it seriously. And that's the problem. Shame on you. We can do better. Now that we know the problem here, let's talk about the glow up. Let's talk about the difference we're gonna make in our life. And it comes down to something I call looks maxing, which helps with face debloat as well. So looks maxing is our teeth, our hygiene, our face, our physique. Looks maxing is our physical features. How do we become a more attractive, prettier, more beautiful person on the inside and on the outside? And how do we debloat our face from all of the sugar addictions? And that's what we need to focus on. And that's how you can have a real glow up in 2026. Why your face looks puffy. First of all, you have chronic inflammation. You eat so many white breads, sugars, things that literally clog up your pores. You have chronic inflammation. You've had inflammation for months that you got to start cleaning out. High sugar processed foods. Bro, you're eating the prepackaged foods. You're eating all of these things, but we need to start eating food that's better for us. Stress cycles, bad sleep, caffeine and cortisol spikes. That's why your face is puffy, because of cortisol, and all of these things lead to cortisol, right? Zero hydration. You're not even drinking water. Guys, you're not even drinking any water. Water should be on you 24/7. It's not a cute trend to tell yourself at the end of the night, wow, I drank no water today. You know, we survive off of water. You know, water flushes out all of the bad things in our body. If you're not drinking water, girl, you're setting yourself up for self-sabotage. Drink some freaking water. Goodness sakes. Drink some water. Put down the cool, silly matcha. Guys, put down the energy drinks. Put down the sodas, the Mountain Dew, the Dr. Pepper, and start drinking some freaking water. And your late night eating, and you're drinking caffeine right before bed, which is self-sabotage in itself, guys, that's why your face, I mean, it doesn't look as good as it could. That's why you feel like you're not pretty. And I didn't feel like I was pretty. Your face isn't ugly. It is just inflamed and overstimulated. That's it. You're not an ugly person. If you feel like you're an ugly person, you're not an ugly person. You're literally just have an inflamed face. Guys, even when I was on my self-development journey, I still had a puffy face because true self-development was cutting out the things that I got instant gratification from, the sugars, the candies, the pop, everything. That's how I got a puffy face. Guys, this is me literally in July. I was off and on sugars at the time. Still had a puffy, look how puffy my face is. Huge, puffy, inflamed face. I was in the sun trying to get more sun in. I was trying to think, why do I have still bumps on my head? Why is my face so puffy? It's because I was eating so much sugar. Guys, that's not what you supplement in, right? But it's what you take out, the underlying cause, what you take out. And then this is me in December. Look at the difference. Look at my face. It's thinned out. I don't have any puffiness. I took this photo like 3 days ago and I debloated my face. I'm not puffy. I'm not in this, loop where I'm eating sugars. And that's the transformation you can have just in a few months, This is like a 5-month difference. You can do this in 2026, girl. You just have to lock in. So what happens when you fix the inputs? Less sugar, less water retention. And the less sugar you eat, the more prettier and attractive and beautiful person you will appear as. Because you have less water retention, meaning that water will flush through you. It'll flush away things and it'll keep you healthy. Better sleep, lower cortisol. Cortisol is literally from stress. And the lower cortisol we have, the more attractive we are as a girl. So the more sleep, right? The better sleep we get, the less cortisol we have, less stress we have. Hydration. When you drink more water, guys, when you drink a ton of water every day, your jawline will be defined. You'll have a more defined jawline and face, and you'll be more attractive. Steady meals and stable energy. Once you have steady meals 1 or 2 times a day, I don't eat breakfast personally. You'll have stable energy throughout the day, and you won't be drained and you won't crash by just having random meals throughout the day. Lower inflammation, clearer eyes, tighter skin is all from less sugar and the better habits. You'll have that tighter skin that looks like you got Botox, girl. And your glow up is biology, guys. It's not luck, it's from your habits. That's how you glow up. It's not from the soft, feminine little makeups. It's specifically from getting harsh on yourself, going hard on yourself, and stopping the bad habits that are literally draining you as a person. So here's your anti-bloat daily protocol. And this is what I did to anti-bloat. 1 to 2 liters of water every single day. Protein first meals. I literally primarily eat protein in small amounts of complex carbs. And there's a difference between simple carbs and complex carbs. Simple carbs has the sugar. It's like the white bread, The complex carbs are like the carrots and the healthy foods and the fruits and the vegetables, right? They're digested slowly and they're easier for us to go through and eat, and they're gonna give us energy. And that's why we need the protein first meals. And there's veganism and everything that's trending, and everyone's diet is different. But the point is, I eat protein first meals to glow up. This is my anti-bloat daily protocol, and see results just like me. Walk after eating. Go on an exercise, burn off your, food. Go exercise, go on a walk, go on a run after eating. Low sugar, like I said. No late night snacks, no screens before bed, early caffeine, less total caffeine in general. Guys, have like a matcha in the morning with water, right? Instead of, a ton of caffeine from energy drinks. So girls, as you start with these habits that you must do, please take notes if you're not. Here's what improves, and here's the exact improvements I saw as a freaking 20-year-old girl to take back her life, take back her income, and take back her attractiveness. Jawline definition. I got my jawline back. Less swelling. My face isn't swelled up anymore. I have a thin face, and you can too. Brighter eyes, smoother skin, more energy, better mood, confidence increases because my face reflects discipline. And when your face reflects discipline, you're going to attract, you're naturally going to attract the life that you want. You're naturally going to attract people that you like. You're naturally going to attract a partner that resonates with that. So who you are is literally what your reality is, right? And why looks maxing matters so much, and locking in and starting with these habits matters so much is because, first of all, you'll have better presence. For me, I film content for a living in multiple ways, multiple businesses. So I have better content. I look better on camera. I have camera confidence. I have picture confidence. I have healthy habits, mental clarity. I make better decisions, so I make more money. And that's how I make more money from all of this, the glow up, everything. Because your glow up becomes a business asset. So when you're out there, you're glowing up and you're taking action and you're being someone that has discipline around their habits, your glow up becomes a business asset. Your glow up becomes somewhere where you work, whether you work a job and you get tips or you work a job in general, you're going to start experiencing something called pretty privilege, where technically, like, people favor attractive people. People have more trust towards attractive people. Guys, everyone, in my opinion, is born attractive. You just have to lock in and you have to start habits that make you attractive. People aren't just ugly and people aren't just pretty. You have to become a pretty person, a pretty version of yourself, by locking in and starting better habits. It's possible for everyone to become drop dead gorgeous. And how you do that is you start locking in with your habits. The golden rule is, like, you can't remove without replacing. So instead of cutting habits, your bad habits, like we talked about earlier, the sugars, the diet, the friends, going out and partying and drinking, cutting habits is like a vacuum, right? It's gonna collapse you. You're going to collapse from cutting habits, and then you're gonna wake up and then continue with the bad habits. What we need to do is we need to replace habits instantly, meaning that a bad habit we turn into a good habit. If you have the habit of going to the grocery store or the Starbucks every single morning to get caffeinated, what you could do, instead of ordering a Frappuccino at Starbucks, order a matcha, or not even that. If you need a morning drink, instead of an energy drink at the gas station, why don't you lower it a little bit and get like a vitamin water, or lower it a little bit and get a tea, right? So we still have the same habits of going to the same place, whatever, but make it easier, set yourself up for success, and replace the habit with something better so it doesn't crash. So your new defaults. So what you need to do now, the habits that you need to start, the better habits, the habits to replace the bad habits, the Netflix, right? First of all, is a long-form podcast. So instead of watching Netflix every morning or every evening, how about listen to a podcast? It's your rewind time. Listen to a podcast. Listen to something that actually fulfills you and fuels you and helps you become a better person, opposed to the opposite way around, making you feel lazy, Books open around your space. So open books around your space and shut off your phone around your workspace, so you have nothing but to do to read books. You just have books in front of you, read books instead. Intentional learning. So learning online, learning on YouTube, like watching this video intentionally instead of scrolling, and have a section of time for that. Guys, block off apps that are not suiting you. Block off the apps that are causing you to feel distracted and not good, right? And drained and having those mental crashes throughout the day. Block those apps that you're addicted to, the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube, the games. If you're a gamer, like, block off those apps because they're just distracting you. We have to rewire our thinking and change actions, right? So once we rewire the way that we think about things, our actions will eventually change and it'll start to manifest into a reality. Because remember that our thoughts right here manifest into words, speaking. And our words manifest into, and our thoughts and our words, they manifest into action. So our thoughts always turn into reality because they manifest through speaking and thinking, which turns into action and devotion. So once we have different thoughts, we change the thought patterns we have in our brain with the long form podcasts, with the books open around our space. Instead of the Love Island, instead of the Netflix, why don't we have a long form podcast? Why don't we just have a podcast out? Why don't we have books around to help us increase the quality of our information diet? So here's some podcast examples. Some of my favorite. I watched Diary of a CEO, great one, very entertaining as well. I watch the Hormozis, Layla and Alex Hormozi. School of Greatness is a great podcast. Huberman, great podcast. Very interesting podcast that could entertain you but also teach you at the same time, help you become a better person. The best books to start with: Atomic Habits, Psychology of Money is a good one. $100 Million Offers. That's a good one as well for business. Another one is Mamba Mentality. This one will change your life, completely change your life. These books are musts. You must read these. These ones changed my life and they'll change yours. So open up a book, an audiobook instead of music. Fill your environment with these habits that you have no choice but to move forward on them because they're just filled in your environment. And that's what Atomic Habits talks about. And I want you guys to start here. Start with Atomic Habits and Mamba Mentality. Build a strong rock mentality so you can continue with your self-development journey and take back control in 2026. Use the 80-20 system. What is the 80-20 system and why is it important? 80-20 system is literally going to get you to your goals in 2026. Stop performing productively. Organizing, planning, vision boards, aesthetic routines, procrastination disguised as preparation. Guys, these are cool, only 1% of the time. Like I spend 1% of my time on these things. This is procrastination disguised as preparation. Like, really, you're getting quick dopamine hits by organizing and planning on your calendar and vision boards and everything like that. You're getting dopamine from all of these things, but you're not taking action. You're preparing when you just need to jump in and take action and do it. Say you're going to do it today and do it today. It's that simple. And that's the 80-20 system, is you spend maybe 20% of your time or even 1% of your time on the organizing, planning, but you need to spend 80% of your day, 80% of your time on the good, right? The good habits that bring you results. So find the one task. And this is where we get deeper, and this is where we start to connect the dots between where you are and where you need to get to, right? Income, pitch, sell, post daily. These are the habits, guys, we need to start. For me, I have an online business myself. So I pitch, sell, post daily. Income for you could be just income. Maybe you're looking for a new job or looking for an online business, right? Go search, go watch a few YouTube videos, go find it out, start taking action. Health, work out daily. That's one task a day. Diet, no sugar. A task could be just eat protein and complex carb-based meals. Socials, post daily on your socials if you're looking to become a content creator, if you're looking to self-develop as a person. So all we need, again, these are just examples, all we need is daily inputs, girls, and take notes on that. Daily inputs, and that's how you can change your freaking life. Guys, it's cocoon season. I like to call it cocoon season. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's where I'm quiet, I'm disciplined, I'm strategic. I'm not aesthetic. Guys, this is the perfect winter arc season, right? Cocoon season. Strategic, you're not aesthetic. And this is where new identities form. The darkness, the quiet, the discipline moments in your life. You're locking in your room and you're being strategic, you're being disciplined with what you do. And that's the cocoon season where you cocoon out of it when a new season comes out and you butterfly out of it, the butterfly effect. And you're going to reap the rewards from all of these habits. Ignore my third grade drawings. But the butterfly effect happens where you go from a caterpillar that's in a cocoon, right, on this branch, and then you blossom into a butterfly because you delayed the gratification. You started new habits. You have a new, hustle, a new income. You're traveling. Essentially, you're putting these better habits together and you're replacing your bad habits with good habits. And that's how you take back your identity. That's how you take back control. And that's how you're going to cocoon and eventually blossom as a butterfly in the next season because you delayed all of the gratification. You made a change. And that's the beautiful part. So remember that real transformation isn't perfect. You slip. You're going to slip. I'm going to tell you that right now. When you start this transformation, you're going to slip. You scroll. You fall. You return without drama, right? So what this means is that maybe you'll slip a couple times with your goals. Maybe you'll scroll a couple times without knowing. You fall. But the most important part is not to be perfect, but Be the person that tries one more time. Be the person that comes back without drama, that comes back with a clear mind, that comes back and bounces back from the mistakes. That's what we need, and that's how you can win with this, is you bounce back. So remember, this is what life will look like, what 2026 will look like if you commit. You'll have clear and glowing skin, a sharp mind, stable income, confidence, boundaries, self-respect, real peace. Back 3 years ago, that's all I could ever ask for. Peace. I would pray to God at night, give me peace. There's a war going on in my brain. There's two sides. Give me peace. And I got it. And you can do it too. You can. You can have all of this in 2026. So 2026 will change someone's life. Someone will build systems, discipline, income, clarity, a new blossom identity, a new butterfly. Someone will wake up in a life that they trust. Why not you? Why not you? Are you gonna watch this video? Are you gonna go after this video? Right? After you log off, whatever, look at your notes, are you gonna just continue living the same life like most people that watch this video will? Or are you gonna wake up and change? Are you gonna start adapting the systems I told you? Someone will do it this year. Will that someone be you?